Hi everybody. In this screencast I'm going to talk about the find classes query in the Axiom database built by Veracross and what I use it for mostly, or most of the time. So I'm going to click into the query and load the default fields, and as we can see we got an internal class ID, a school level, primary grade level, class ID, description, teacher. I'm going to take these out just for confidentiality purposes. Student counts, begin date, end date, grading periods, meeting times, term credit hours. I'm going to run this default query. And as it loads, now I'm going to see a lot of really useful information. If you've designed your classes correctly or incorrectly, you can read through these columns and just see what's going on, right? At the bottom I can see my class count, 221 classes or records. I can see the school level in this first column. Don't have a primary grade level assigned. I got a class ID, and then my student counts. Male, female, total, right? And so I can quickly go through here and see and look for errors, right? Say in PE, and this QE is in a teacher's initial. Say, see that, and I'm like, ooh, 18, that's really high. That should only be 9. I can click into that class with this link and go into the enrollment. Begin date and end dates, those are really important too, and I can see those for all, and as well as the grading periods. Those three things correspond to when grading records are created for that class, right? So every class with a grading period of all is going to have grading records for all 3 trimesters, which is the amount we have configured in the database at the first day of school, at the start of school year, right? And any classes that say have, let me stack this by grading periods, are trimester based won't have grading records created until the start of that trimester. Now all this stuff is relational, right? And so that can be important. This is important to know because if a student withdraws from a class that's all year, they have grading records created at the beginning of trimester 1. They already have grading records created for those trimester 2 and trimester 3 dates, which will need to be removed, right? So that's why that's important at a student level. It's also important to know that from a design level, right? And so classes that students are more prone to withdraw from, like say language classes, you might switch from French A to French B, or they decide French isn't for them and they go to Spanish. Those type of classes you want to configure to be trimester based, so you don't have to go in and change a bunch of grade hours, grade records, or delete a bunch of grade records. Moving forward to the meeting times, this is a schedule for the class, and those can be blocks. You can see, and there's a Monday through Friday rotation, and so that's another thing that's pretty important, and you can see here. A lot of schools use special scheduling software. Some schools do it by hand and then put it in the systems, and some schools use a hybrid approach. The important thing to know is that whatever system you use, you should be able to look at the meeting times at the class, at the grade level, and quickly to know, like, okay, that you should know what this means. Monday-2, Tuesday-5, WR-3, Friday-1. You should be able to see those meeting times, those blocks, whatever your system is, and know that looks correct. Moving on to term credit hours. These denote, if you're on a credit system, they tied to the numeric grading system. So If you use grades, this correlates to or relates to GPA and for that class and how many credits that student would get. So at its basic level, this is what the Find Classes query is and what it's used for. I hope that's helpful. Thanks. Bye.